Where does ADA's free fall stop? Now, Cardano is hitting price lows we haven't seen since 14 months ago, and likely that is on your mind. And what's on your mind even stronger? Where does this all stop? Now, there is a small chance it is stopping, but likely it is going to fall some more. And we're going to take a look at the spot that I feel is likely to stop at if it does fall some more. So today, let's take a look at the charts and get a great feel for where ADA's price might stop if this free fall continues. Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Rain. Now, if you like money and crypto and you're looking for a real investor take on the crypto market, you can do that as simply as joining the Rainmaker family by liking this video and subscribing with the all notification bell enabled. Special note, I'm not a financial advisor, but I am a crypto investor myself, and I do own or plan to own most of what I talk about on this channel because I don't talk about crypto projects that I don't believe in. Special shout out to our Patreon members. We do have a private Discord that our Patreon members get access to, though you can also join our Crypto Rain community and family by joining the Telegram below, which is free. Now make it rain on that like button, strap in for the show. Let's bring in our producer, D Money.
Hey Jay, what's going on today, man?
You know, well, you never love to have days like this. You just don't. And when I say days like this, I mean like the last week.
Right, for sure. And you know, I've said this before, but like I never thought that I would see Cardano under $1 again. You know what I mean? When it was back at like $3 back in what was that like early September, you know, I just was like, well, like that ship has sailed. And so it's kind of hard for me to understand, like, is this something where I should be like, oh man, this is a big opportunity, or should I be like totally scared for the market in general?
Yeah, today, for exactly that reason, I want to give some historical perspective because I do think historical perspective helps us see more clear and to set aside our emotions. I remember the last time there was this much panic in the market and bearishness on not only the crypto space, but specifically Cardano as well. We were in spring of 2020. The stock market was in a free fall and crypto prices were free falling too. So let's take a look at those charts, specifically the Cardano chart. Now, we are looking at the Cardano chart here in the bear market. So it peaked out just before the bear market, $1.40, and then came down. And Cardano was punished severely during the bear market after an epic run that took it up to $1.40 in December of 2017 and January of 2018. But in December of 2018, it hit its price low of about 2.8 cents. Then it was climbing up, and then it came back down. And even here, I'm going to zoom into this really closely. We were seeing Cardano go from these lows because it hit about 2.8 cents, came back down all the way almost there at 3 cents. And then it was off to the races, or so it felt. But it then crashed, and let's show you how severe this crash was. Bam, way down here. And like, so you were really excited if you got it in 4 cents and 3 cents, and you're like, yay, we're off to the races. Oh my gosh, my money's doubled. And then wha-bam, that sucked. And it feels just like this last week has felt. I remember exactly the feeling of that. And it bottomed down and people were panicking and they're like, oh my gosh, crypto is going to zero. Or, you know, oh my gosh, I bought it at 3 cents and it's half that and I'm destroyed. My portfolio is terrible. And these are all normal feelings that a lot of people felt. And some people just gave up in the crypto space. They're like, I'm out. I can't go through these emotional ups and downs. What followed that though? Interesting. Now, if you could go back to March of 2020, and let's say you could choose to buy or sell back then when 90% of people were bearish, would you sell like many people were doing? Or would you buy? Now, many people are selling right now. Isn't that what you're thinking about? Is that what possibly you're even considering, is selling right now? So let's get it to where we're at today. And this is exactly where we're at today. And look at this strong wick down as it breaks below. And that sucks. So what are you considering? Selling? Because you can. We don't know exactly how this turns out, which is why I want to share with you the last time the feelings were similar to this and then what happened. And that isn't a guarantee of what will happen this time, but it is likely. But if it's okay with you, let's look at the Fibonacci retracements to see where this might likely stop if ADA's price continues down. So we're going to look at two things, and we've drawn out the Fibonacci retracement. I'm going to redraw this for you so you can see exactly what I put in there. So I'm going over this tool on the left, and I have it starred the Fibonacci retracement, but you can go down here and find the Fibonacci retracement. It'll normally be somewhere in here, but you're specifically looking for this pattern. What I do is I like to go from this low before the run up to the top of it. And wouldn't you know, it matches pretty well with exactly where the support was that it just broke through. And if you look over to the left too, the next area of support is right about this 88.6 level. And so that's right at about 40 cents. So, I mean, that sucks if ADA goes down to 40 cents, right? Just as it sucked when ADA went down to 1.7 cents here. But what often follows that kind of capitulation? Capitulation is when people are bullish, they get savaged by a massive decrease that finally flips them bearish so that 90% of the people are bearish. Well, that puts up this perfect scenario for then the bull run to continue. And my guess is that's what's happening. So could we go down to here? Yeah, it's even probable that we will. And it sucks. It sucks being in it for two reasons. Number one, you don't like to look at whatever you're using to track your portfolio and say, oh my gosh, it's way, way down. Second thing is you're thinking, man, I wish I had just held in USDT because then I could be buying so much more. The problem is we don't go get a rewind time. We don't have the ability to do that. If we did, we'd all be super rich, right? Now, personally, I still hold a lot of ADA. Now, not as much as before because as it got expensive, I diversified it into other projects I felt were much cheaper versus their potential. It hadn't even reached my take profit zones yet, but as it was outperforming everything else, what I often do is sell it for something that I believe long-term will do well and is really, really cheap. And I did take some out to sell for that, to roll into that. But still, I own far more value in ADA than I do in Bitcoin. So to say that I believe in ADA's future, that's perhaps underplaying it. Now, personally, I will sell more Cardano when it starts performing very, very well. And I'll be rolling that into things that are relatively cheaper, especially within the Cardano ecosystem. Absolutely, that is part of my plan. But I will share with you that Cardano is my favorite third generation blockchain project, and perhaps the one that I feel has the best chance to be here 20 years from now, in my opinion. Now, it has always made me smile that some people have a gut reaction to Cardano, sometimes from Bitcoin maxis, but usually from like Ethereum maxis, and sometimes from other altcoin project bag holders like Tezos. And I'm sure you've been interested in Cardano for the same reason that I have been. A very transparent process led by Charles Hoskinson, who frequently does AMAs on YouTube that you can see all the time and tells us exactly what is going on. He took a go slow, plan it out right architecture, and that usually means development for the first number of years goes very, very slow. But as the foundations of Cardano get built very, very solid, usually means that in the later stages, things could be added on very quickly because it can support the weight of massive infrastructure. However, even if you believe in Cardano's future, it's difficult not to let the present scare you out of your positions, especially when it's been as rough as it has been. You might have entered Cardano right at the top at $3. You might have stocked up at $1 thinking, okay, probably there's a lot of resistance or a lot of support here, probably go up, and then it didn't. And I know that there's a lot of people with large YouTube or Twitter followings or other channels. And I don't care what some people like Alex Becker say about Cardano. Alex is just wrong on it, as many other people with large YouTube channels have been over the past 3 years. Cardano has actually been one of the best performing third generation blockchains and has created what I feel the strongest community of support for a third generation blockchain. And if you've met Charles, you know that he comes across as 100% genuine is in this to change the future of humanity. And I do believe he'll do it. If you haven't seen my videos on Bitcoin's price action that we released yesterday and some great reason to be bullish instead of bearish, you might take a look at that after this video. Now, are you ready to be a rainmaker and join the Navy SEALs of crypto and level up your crypto game? Join us. Just to be fair, though, I don't talk about Cardano every day. And if that's what you need, might I suggest some other channels. But if you're here for life-changing wealth, which is what I talk about, and the principles that help people get there, if that's what you're looking for, join our family as simply as liking this video and subscribing with the all notifications bell enabled. Remember, no rain, no gains.
To the space, chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, it's bad before you could. It was told to buy when they